Amigas y amigos, el mundo está conmocionado. Hay manifestaciones por todos lados de descontento con este sistema capitalista que estamos viviendo.
Friends, the world is up in arms. There are demonstrations everywhere. People are expressing dissatisfaction with the capital system that we are living in. And when this happens, people are anxious to understand and to learn. And that anxiety grows in those countries which are already advancing towards an alternative society. But in this situation we face a great problem. We do not have enough instructors to cover that necessity. It is for that reason that we are offering an audiovisual course without instructor, suitable for self-study or in small or large group format. The course consisted of several talks that were filmed with a pedagogical objective. To carry out this course, you only need a TV and a DVD player, or a computer, a projector, a screen, and a good audio system. The groups should work on approximately 45 minutes. They should begin their work session by introducing themselves to the others. They should then choose a moderator and a person to write down the unresolved questions raised by the members of the group. You may wonder why we have not spoken of a reporter. It is very important to clarify this because the good result of the method we propose depend upon it. The reporter's task is the one of making a synthesis of what has been discussed, and it's very difficult to make synthesis of the discussion. Second, a tendency exists among the reporters to expose their own ideas instead of exposing the ideas discussed in the group. And finally, it takes important time in the discussion of the group and in the plenary. Any question that cannot be resolved in the small group should be recorded in a notebook. Several of these questions will probably resolved in the later sessions of the course, and therefore they should be eliminated from the final list. Topic which person wants more information about should also be listed. Each talk is generally more than an hour, although sometimes 2 to 4 hours. It is structured in blocks of approximately 10 minutes each, so some questions follow each block to encourage discussion or to help somebody doing self-study think about the material. If the material is going to be used in a large group, I suggest the following methodology. A. There should be a facilitator to introduce the course and to explain the format that will be followed. Plenary to see the blocks, small groups discussion after each block. B. The audiovisual material should be presented in a consecutive order of the blocks. C. At the end of each block, the facilitator should read the questions out loud, pausing the video to do so. D. If the group is larger than 10 persons, it is recommended that after seeing each block in plenary, the group be divided in smaller groups of not more than 10 persons each. The ideal situation would be to hold sessions in a building with many rooms, so each group could have its own room. If this is not possible, and there is only one room, the group should be smaller, no more than 5 persons to the group, and spread out within the room so that the discussion can be carried out in lower voice without disturbing the other groups working in the same room. E. The facilitator should distribute a copy of the questions to each group.
¿Cuál es la función del moderador? Es leer el...
The moderator's function is to read the questions to the group, to guide the discussions stimulating others to participate, to keep people focused on topics that are to be discussed, to ensure that individual participants do not monopolize the discussion, and that those who have more knowledge or experience with the topic allows others less knowledgeable to speak and ask questions. They should wait to intervene the latter, to guide the participants to give examples of their own country's experiences, to stop the discussion 5 minutes before the end of the session so that the note-taker can list and resolve questions and review the listing with the group, which then should approve it or add new questions. Once the course is finished, an expert about the subject should be invited to respond to these questions. If the course is carried out simultaneously by several communities in a certain territory or by many groups of workers or students, these different groups could be brought together in a large plenary to take advantage of the expert presence to respond to their unresolved questions. It is recommended that the unresolved questions from different groups be organized in a single list and sent to the expert in advance so she or he could be prepared to answer or to respond. Experiences has shown that it is best to review each block separately. Although viewing 2 or more blocks at the same time may seem to save time, it may harm the dynamic of the group and make it difficult for the group to focus on the issue raised by each block. Those topics that has been listed to be expanded upon can be the base for new courses or conferences that will explore those issues more deeply. Lastly, we recommend that comments between the participants should be avoided during the projection of the audiovisual, and also should be avoided taking notes in order not to lose the thread of the exhibition. All these audiovisuals have their respective books or a transcription of the talk. This material can be found in our web page. Finally, this audiovisual course can be carried out in many different ways, depending on the necessities, interests, and possibilities of each collective. They can be studied weekly, a session of 1 or 2 blocks each time, or intensively during a week, and so on. In any case, it is important to consider the recommendation that we have made previously. I hope this idea will be useful in our common struggle. Until the next time.